everything should be 1,000% ready to go. Sorry, 100% ready to go at 8:50. And then when you play the music, it should not be double layered. Like, how have you not figured that out? And the cue up was a total shit show from the gun to the song.
These shows don't need a guy who does this stuff. Put the mixer here. Put the soundboard here. Boom. You're recording here. I'm doing it all.
We were saying last night we got to try to get every sound guy in
Yes.
LA and New York to go on strike.
This
Because
is
then
funny.
none of these guys will be able to do their podcasts.
We were watching, and I'm sorry. I don't know if people notice. I'm a little off today. I'm sick.
You're doing fine.
It's my disease. It's actually.
Wow.
So, thank you.
Using it.
No, I'm great. But we were watching Joe Rogan. And Joe Rogan mentioned something the other day about how if it weren't for Jamie, he wouldn't know how to run any of this. He wouldn't be able to turn on the mics or anything. And Jules came up with this great concept where we have to make all these sound guys quit, go on strike, protest. Then all these podcasts would be over. None of these guys could even turn the lights on by themselves. How hard is it? You see this mixing board? You see me do this? Jules is doing nothing but looking up knock-knock jokes over there. She ain't doing any of this. You put an iPad here. You put this there. You turn on the mics. You tune them up. You set up the lights. Why am I able to do it all? And these guys can't lift a finger. They don't know what's up from down. It really is. Either I should get a lot more credit or these guys should get a lot less. It's time. Jules painting her nails. She's over there. What is she doing? She's reading a goddamn book. So thank you. Fibromyalgia. Don't ever say something like that. I'm real sensitive about my disease. In fact, if you want to get at me, just make a disease joke. That's my weak spot.
It's true.
So this is some hentai porn. This is some anime shit. What is this called? Hentai? They're about to fight. Jules can teach Brian Redband a thing or two. You know what Jules knows how to do? Google. You know what I know how to do? The rest of it. You do a wonderful job, Mike. Jules was threatening to strike. Lupus, take it back, Mike. Oh, I'm very, very ill. Hentai. I'm involved in hentai amusement. That's what I watch. If you're watching animatrix porn, seriously, you got to go see the doctor. You can't think this is normal. I caught a guy the other day watching Family Guy, the porn version, jacking off to Lois. Hello, Bryant, she says. It's really bothering me that you're jacking off to an animation. If you fake being sick, that'd be weak. People know. I would never do that. I don't. By the way, I tell like a lot of lies. I don't. I want to make this perfectly clear. And this is something I got on Patrick Melton about. You and me and the heads, we lie so that the retards get tricked. Me and you troll the outsiders. Now, there's a big difference between trolling your listeners, your people. You never troll your people, and Patrick Melton didn't get this right, so it's a lie. There's no such thing as trolling your own, and I'm going to call you guys this. I know you're not fans. There's no such thing as trolling your own fans. It's lying to your own fans. So while I play a lot of tricks, those are for the outsiders. We're supposed to be on the same page. When I do a joke, it's me and you winking us, the heads, at everyone else because we're fooling everyone else. That's the type of tricks I pull. I don't pull tricks on you. I would never do a lie to you guys or a joke to you guys. What's the point of that? Why would you troll your own people? It doesn't make sense.
If you were telling a joke story and every single person fell for it, you would clear it up.
Exactly. So what you do is you assume that 90% of the people are in your brain and we're trolling the outsiders, the idiots, the losers. But again, if I told a story on here and everyone believed that, I go, no, I'm kidding. Do you understand? That's a pretty stand-up type of guy. I can't hear, by the way, because something's going on in my mind.
Really?
Yeah, I'm having a real hard time.
You're doing fine. Nobody would have even ever guessed that you were sick if you didn't say so.
Shingles.
That's a good one.
So I want you to know that. That's what's going on here. So all the jokes are for the retard. You know, that's for the retards, not for you. Terms, I gotta say, a lot of ours still don't get it. And by the way, the disease stuff isn't a joke. Now I don't want people to go, yeah, we get it. The disease stuff is the joke and the ours don't. No, that's not what I was saying. Disease talk real. Everything else a joke. No, not even that. Mike with hat looks like an old Jew. With no hat looks like male model. That shouldn't concern you. You should not care about stuff like this. Very cute. I don't need to hear it. I've got enough problems, self-esteem issues. I'm kidding. Imagine if I had self-esteem issues. I had shingles once. That's a good one, says Jules. Honest to God, I don't even know where I am right now. I'm in such a hedonistic zone. I have a flat roof, someone says. Some people just don't get Mike's tone. That's not up for you to debate. What a comment, someone says. I just want everyone, when they come here, I want you to have a good time as opposed to a bad one. If you leave here going, I can't wait for the next Red Bar, that's all I want. And if I make zero cashola doing it, that's fine. I don't need money. I have the tools to feed myself. And some great rich dads. Her dad and my dad, they just give us money. That's how the show gets funded. Mike's hair is sweet. It stinks. I look like Brendan Schaub. Mike warps the space. I only have a good time here. I've been waiting all week. My days. I'm just
Don't imitate them.
I'm not
like
imitating
that.
them. I'm so sick and tired in my mind. I'm really out of it today. I don't know if you could tell because I'm getting so good at showing.
I can't tell. That's what I mean when I say.
Listen to this.
You're
I've been doing
fine.
Red Bar for so long. You don't even know what kind of mood in my head right now. I'm this close from pulling the trigger to take my life.
Yeah.
Do I look like that? If you tuned in right now, would you go, this guy seems suicidal? Or would you say, he's under control, everything's fine?
Now, is this a joke?
I'm suicidal. Could you imagine even saying that to the public? Mikey wants to retire. Don't say that. That'll scare the hell out of them. Mike enlightens. My voice sounds exactly like that. You look great. You look great. I want to have a big scar on my face so no one looks at me ever again. I want my face to emit shit from its pores. How about that? Every pore in my face has a little line of duty coming out of it. Next time you see me, they call me the shit face. I don't know what I'm doing anymore. I, honest to God, fear for my safety. Because I went into a bank the other day and I yelled, everybody get this, you're at gunpoint. And she goes, stop it. All right, back to Gavin.
They're about to fight.
Gavin
It's
and
a
Ryan
slow
are about to
burn.
fight.
We're watching it.
Mike preserves. I like that. LOL WTF. Mark Maron was amazing on the latest.
Oh,
So
can
you
we
think
rewatch that? Because I fell asleep.
Mark Maron was on Taisho, Rick Glassman. Oh, by the way, I left Rick. It's very hard for me. Very hard for me.
You're okay.
Mark Maron was on Rick Glassman's Take Your Shoes Off. It was so charming. Mark Maron must have been on a pill. I really enjoyed Mark Maron. Watch that episode. But I gave Rick Glassman another comment today. Again, I'm under this policy. And I'm going to go to my Instagram now. I'm under this policy. Rick Glassman? Ooh.
Hello, goblins.
Oh, we've got an update. I'm under this policy now that everyone who's on the internet deserves to have as hard a time as me. And if you're not, I'm here to fill it in. You know what I mean? So I go out of my way and I don't care what anyone says. I say the nastiest, most immature stuff. I mean, the stuff I'm writing on people's Instagram, you would go, oh, he must be in pain. He must hate himself for him to write that stuff. And you know what? Say whatever you want, because I see people out there skating. And I go, you know what? They need to hear the same stuff that I hear. Everybody needs to be in the shit, in the shitter. So I see Rick Glassman and I go, you know what? he doesn't get any troll comments. So I'll get in there. I'll do all the work for everyone else. And I have no shame about it. So Rick Glassman, send me a link to his Instagram. Do something. No, I'm kidding. My dad would say that to my mom as a joke. I grew up with that. Whenever my dad would ask my mom for something, she'd go and do it, and then he'd look at me and go, do something. Like that. So in my head, it's funny to fake be misogynistic to women as if that's a funny thing. I think my dad grew up, his brothers were actually misogynistic. So my dad would do a bit where he would be misogynistic to my mom, but it was a bit and we'd all laugh. And now cut to me.
Now you're back to being serious about it.
Exactly. The world must go on. Women need to be made fun of constantly. Otherwise, you're a hidden rapist. I'll tell you this. Guys who go out of their way to not be fake mean are hiding real pedophile rapes.
I believe that.
I believe it. So like with me, I go, come on, Jules, you fucking bitch, I'll hit you. And I could say that because I'd never hit. I don't do this stuff. But guys who go, oh,
they've got stuff to hide.
They've got stuff to hide. They've got guilt.
I fully believe
I've got
that.
no guilt because I'm saying, oh, let me suck a kid's dick. I wouldn't say that if I actually was up to that. So the people who are against, I might need to go to the hospital. Can I get a fan? Get me one of my fans. I'm going through something. And I'm glad that you're all on my side. Mike is explaining like Norton. Jules would whip your ass. Dude, epic fake mean equals not a white knight. Spot on, they're saying. Oh, they got it down, don't they? When I do this on the show, I'm not trying to be annoying. I overheat. I mean, I'm a common man. I'm watching these shows where people don't overheat or puke or go through any of this turmoil. What are they up to, huh? Mike's right. Whoa, someone says, oh, they're scared of what's going to happen. Mike's right. Another guy says, it's a child's cough. Ha, 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 says someone else. When I go down, by the way, if I ever get caught, I'm going to murder every person who listens to this show.
Wait, get caught for what?
For anything. So if I go down, they're going down with me. Every fan is connected to a crime. When can we see Jules? Go to her Instagram. Jack off to it. I'll send you some nudes.
Okay.
I'm not installing another camera. This is a money thing. I was thinking about this yesterday. People are begging me. I even got this guy. This is how sick people are. I'm going to expose someone. A big fan of the show wants to help. It's like, I want to upgrade your YouTube channel. And I'm so happy. I want to upgrade your YouTube channel. You should get a lot more visits. You should get. I don't think in terms of clicks. I like my life. I like a simple life. And he goes, one way to optimize your YouTube would be to show Jules. People like seeing a girl. You get a lot more clicks. This is what you're thinking. Do you know who you're talking to? I only want 17 clicks. I don't want any of this. So, to install another camera, it would be, and I'll tell you this, I'll install the other camera. I'll give it to you. You got to somehow give me $20,000 to do it. That's how much it'll cost. To give her a backdrop like you got here, to give her the camera, to give her the lighting, and to make up for all the hours that she's going to be doing her stupid hair in the morning, hours that could go to her running out and getting me 5-hour energies or breakfast. This is what people don't understand. The morning we wake up, we sit around, and Jules preps the whole show. She puts it together. The last thing I need is her in the mirror, putting on makeup, doing her hair, worrying about what she's got to wear. And then the next thing I don't need is me switching cameras and doing all this. For what? So a couple of trolls could beat off to your... You don't need to see her. You don't even need to hear her. She's nothing. I'm the selling point of this show.
So you're getting jealous.
I'm not. I'm just, you don't understand. It's just work. It's time that doesn't need to be. Listen, I do what's called an optimized life. And I figured this out a long time ago. And everybody else has it wrong. This is what everyone else does. They smell a little bit of success and they go, ooh, I want offices. I want employees. I want to expand my business. And then they find themselves a slave to their business, working 16 hours a day to make sure the bills are paid for the office, that they could pay employees, that they could do this. I don't want that life. I had a taste of that life when I ran the Redbar Comedy Club, and I didn't like it. People don't understand. You should try to figure out how to make your life free. You want freedom. You don't want to be stuck to a desk 16 hours a day. So what you want is you want to figure out a way to make a living that works, that satisfies you, that doesn't feel like you're cheating the world, but that also gives you tremendous freedom. We all think about this. Does anybody out there want to go to work 8 days a week, 16 hours a day, working? To me, that's escaping, or you're handcuffed to your job. It's a cell. It's a jail cell. So what you want to make your life fulfilling yet simple so that you could live a life and also have a fulfilled career and make money. You want both. So don't expand. Don't try to reach for the stars. Don't try, people get a taste of this. Oh, we should add more shows per week. We should get employees. We should get offices. And at the end of the day, they find themselves cuffed to shit because it all turns to shit. It all turns to a job. You don't want that. Find a way to make it work. Try to find a way to make it small scale. I like what's going on here. 2 days a week, mom and pop operation. They get what they need. I get what I need. And then I have a life around this as well. I'm not chained to it. There's no worrying about, oh my God, is this employee going to turn on me? Do I got to worry about this employee who's going to ultimately quit? Oh, my office space. I must sell ads to keep the office. It's a trap. It's a racket. People don't think.
The guys in the chat, he said, that was me, Mike. Sorry. I just love the show. Frown, frown, frown.
Someone says more money, more problems. This isn't it. I don't want to be a millionaire. You don't want any more fans than this or you're doomed. If one more person knew about this show, I'd be on the chopping block. I'd be done. I don't want it to grow. And you see people go, Mike, oh, the Bring Back Group. I've got 59 pending member requests to the Bring Back Group. I don't let them in. People go, oh, Mike, if you posted on YouTube every day, you'd get so many more listeners. I don't want any more. Can't we keep it? This is what I do. We lose a listener. I go out and I get a new one. That's it. And I keep it around a certain number. I'm not going to tell you the number. This is the number I'm comfortable with. These other people, they destroy their life reaching for the stars. Whether it's a business or they're in entertainment, they destroy their lives wanting more. It's like drugs. It's like when you do cocaine. You feel great, right? And you think, oh, a couple more sniffs, I'll feel better. And then you peak, and then it goes downhill. It's the same thing with booze. Ooh, I feel great right now. People after 4 drinks, they feel great. They think, well, a 5th drink, I'll feel even better. A 6th drink, I'll feel even better. And then before you know it, you're sick. You got to think of your career the same way. This is pretty good. You think of your career the same way. It's not the more the merrier. It's the more problems. There is nothing wrong with keeping things mom and pop and simple. With that, I'll have another drink. This could only get better. This could only get better. That's good. That's an actual good message. And you know what? With the Bring Back Group, I'm only letting in certain people. I don't need any more. What do you need?
That's why it's the best group.
Do you need... By the way, fame is a sickness. These people who chase this stuff, they're chasing happiness. And I'm not saying that because I'm in this position. I'm in this position because of the decisions I made. I could be famous. You want to know what famous looks like? Spending all your days on the computer trying to be famous. Figuring out how to get Instagram followers. And by the way, they're running bots and programs and scripts. Anyone with a lot of followers, that's what they do all day. They're tending to this all day. Don't you see? It's not luck. It's not the best guy gets the most followers. It's the worst guy gets the most. It's the guy who's obsessed, chasing happiness, thinking, oh, if I have 100,000 views, then I'll be happy. No. You're going to be more unhappy and more scrutinized and more on the edge.
And you're already happy because you have such a great
If I
off-cam
died
life.
today, you take my life today. I've had it all. And with that, what do we got next, Jules? We got a bit.
We're watching this fight.
Oh, I feel sick. Gavin McInnes and Ryan Katz are going to fight.
Exactly.
By the way, what I saw there, that's really good stuff. You're not going to hear any of the other of these guys. You hear all these guys. They want the world. And if you think about that, ask Logan Paul, what's going to happen when you run the world, Logan? You're going to need more. These guys all want anyone in entertainment. All they care about is what they're really chasing. What I've decided they're really chasing is they want everyone to like them. It is something that cannot ever happen. And in their mind, everybody who's ever not liked them, everyone who's ever doubted them, and you hear this all the time, people openly admit to it.
And every dollar they make and every follower they get is just proving to other people that more people like them. That's
more
their
people
real
like them.
goal.
This is what drives everyone. Even Dave Portnoy, the owner of Barstool Sports, the other day sold a chunk of the company to some other company for $600 million. Dave Portnoy himself got $100 million of those dollars. And he said something like, I'm never going to stop working because I'm going to make everyone who ever doubted me understand that blah, 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 they were wrong. That is what is driving these people who want to be successful. They need everyone who's ever thought crooked of them to think they're the shit. And it never works because you're never going to make everybody like you. And so they don't care about the content. They don't care about the money. They don't care about the awards. It's all about, does everybody like me? It's a sickness. It's a sickness that I have never been programmed with. I shouldn't even be doing a show because shows are for sick people. Any celebrity you see is a sick person. That's it. And if you don't believe that, then you're a non-religious person. Mike doesn't fear success. Mike doesn't give a fuck. Oh, please. And then people will make up this concept. Mike self-sabotages because he's afraid. Believe me. Look at him. Keep your eyes off me. Look at him.
I'm getting to the point where I think
anybody watch a show. I hate to cut into this so long and so much. You even are going, he's cuckoo. Does anybody, when I'm watching clips, just stare at me? Don't look at me when I'm doing this. Or I'll cut to a commercial. I don't want to be stared at by any of you. So I hope people aren't staring me in the eye, inspecting me. You know, Jules, some days I'll be looking. She's looking at my back, seeing if there's any blackheads. Don't inspect me. The other day I caught her looking at my penis. She's holding it like this, going, I go, don't inspect me. She's holding it in her hand like it's a found bug. Get that out of your hand. I don't even like being touched. Sick fucks. These people are sick. They're touching other people. They're involved. I just don't like it. We Zoom. Don't stare. It's rude. I'm going to start wearing a mask on this show. There's no reason to be able to see me. The only part I watch is my... Are they making fun of my hair or do they think it's nice?
No, they like it.
What's so nice about it? Looks
It's
like a
nice.
fucking greasy-eyed Jew fuck. If I saw myself, I would commit a hate crime against the Jews. I am so sick of Jewish people walking around as if this is their turf. Wear a burqa. Jules inspects. I wish I had Mike's hair. I hear this a lot. I don't know why you'd want anything like this. What were we talking about? Judaic something happened earlier?
You were playing the video and then you paused.
No, but before any of this, there was something else about the Jews that was pretty funny today. I wouldn't want his greasy eyelids, but I give him a 5-year... Oh. Read what they said. I give it 5 years. You look slick. Best hair in pocket. These people say this. I think it's a scam. I'm going to take my own life. I'm wasting people's time. Okay. Here's this stupid clip.
the solution is just like a taser or something when you fuck up.
Something
You're like
physical?
a horse.
That's
like
nice.
the idea of, hey man, that didn't work out. No, it's my headphones. Well, that didn't work. So maybe learning is impossible, and it's just a matter of like a shock collar.
You know what might have happened? Some of our guests earlier.
This show sucks, by the way. I mean, we're 10 minutes in. If I performed at this level, you'd be out of here. So if you're a proud guy listening to this show, this sucks. I can't believe Gavin's like so bad at this now. Look at this teary-eyed loser.
You're yelling at Ryan for not learning to do the show properly. Why don't you learn and fire him and get a better guy? Take your own advice.
Like, get it under control. This would be like
you
if I
can't control your guy.
Imagine if I was yelling at Jules all show and looking teary-eyed and wearing a suit in front of a build it yourself.
His face is the same color as his shirt.
He really is a pathetic loser. And he refuses to box me. That's another thing about him. Mike does age well like George Clooney, they're saying. That's from the Truth Troll, a guy who was trolling me last week.
And now we're best friends.
I hope he's my friend. There was this guy trolling me last week. He said he's going to take down the show. He didn't take nothing down, but I saw he did some work. You know, he's actually talented. He put together some videos. I don't know if we want to show them. He's called the Truth Troll, and he did a nice job. And you know what? I'm not going to sit here, and just because someone hates me, I'm not going to go, oh, he sucks. Let's get him out of here. I saw he was worth something. And I said, you know what, Jules, don't ban this guy anymore. He's above the other guys. And now he's here. I think he's having a good time now. I don't know. Maybe he hates me. But you know what? You don't ban someone because they hate you. You ban someone because you have to. I want everyone to know that. We don't ban because we're insulted. We ban because... that hoodie looks so good on you. She's wearing the new Scarsclub hoodie.
Thanks.
I'm going into a new line of business coming up. I'm going to be selling something, perfume. Mike, perfume. Would you buy some of this?
Yeah.
Instead of clothes, we've been doing a lot of shirts and hoodies and stuff. I was going to come out with a scent. What would you guys think of a men's cologne that I come up with?
What would it smell like?
My favorite smell is cool water. Polo Sport, something like that. It would be a copy of something like that. Or Aqua de Gio. I really like that smell. I think what I would do is I'd go to China. I'd find a designer imposter for Aqua de Gio or Polo Sport. And I'd say, give me a gallon of that. I'd go on to AliExpress. I'd buy a couple of little bottles, 100 bottles. And we'd sit here and I'd make Jules stick a funnel in them and pour the cheap Chinese liquid into the bottle. We'd rack it up. We'd call it Mike by Mike. And we'd sell it for about $58 a bottle.
It's a good business.
Would you guys buy a Redbar cologne? Let's watch this fight.
On something? I don't know, because I press the same button all the time.
Yeah, you'll notice.
Am I coming through the speaker?
You'll notice all your solutions involve you not doing anything wrong.
Wow.
It's always like, oh, you heard it from my headphone. Or now, the fact that we had someone in the studio earlier, they must have pushed a button.
They were.
Here we go, and I hate this. It's when somebody's always got an excuse. Like Jules, she's always got an excuse. Okay. Doesn't matter. It's wrong, is what I say. And she goes back into a corner. So he's doing this to Ryan. Every time there's a problem, you've got an excuse, he says.
I've never caused a
Leaning on the
problem.
Of course
soundboard,
not.
But I'm telling you for a fact. Am I coming through the speaker?
No.
Okay. For a fact, I'm pressing one button. I've been
Listen
doing
to
the
this.
intro. Was the intro fine yesterday?
Yes, but we've had problems with the buddly
Yeah.
in the past.
And then when's the last time that happened? Never ago?
Well, we don't usually use that song. So
By
last
the way, if some ever talked back to me, he'd find himself on the back end of a Nagasaki bomb. Literally. I'd throw my own thing at him. What I'd take is orange juice concentrate. I'd mix it with gasoline and I'd self-napalm him. You ever read the Anarchist Cookbook, Jules?
No.
She's too young. She doesn't know anarchy. I do. I read the Anarchist Cookbook. Have you ever heard this term? It's a series of stories for a guy like me, a guy who wants to make a match bomb out of a tennis ball. Do you know how to make that? You take a tennis ball, you poke a hole in it. Now you've got a hollow ball. You take matches, you cut off the match heads, and you stuff that ball with match heads. And then I hear if you throw this ball hard enough, it will explode. The Anarchist Cookbook. Anybody read it? You can't find this online. It's only on the deep web. I also know how to make napalm with orange juice concentrate and gas. Remember those orange juice things, the frozen things, Jules, you'd buy? Your mom probably bought those.
Yes, all the time.
She was a not wealthy person.
The mixers.
You buy, it's in a can. It's in the frozen. It's concentrate. It's concentrated orange juice. You mix it with water. It's a frozen thing. That's sticky. It's sticky and thick, right? You mix that with gasoline. You throw it at a fucking nigger. And they burn and they burn. They can't put it out because it's so thick. It's mixed with the sticky. It sticks to them. And they burn. I'll do it. I'll do it all. Mike is a chemist. Mark Random has a copy, but he don't share. I'm going to get that. Anarchist Cookbook is cool. You should read that, Jules.
I will.
Look that up. Download it. Check this out. Here.
Last 2 times we've done that intro would be like, we're going back now 2 weeks. Because we only do it on Thursdays because we don't get fucked out of YouTube.
Okay. We come from the same place, so.
Read the chat now because she's rolling her eyes going, Mike's throwing away my career. Look at this. I'm laughing so hard. LMAFO. See, I'm in tune to these guys. Well, you don't know anything about them. Because she's sitting there going, he's throwing away our future.
No, I am not. This is in your own head.
And they're all dying. The people who get it are dying, and you're going, move it along, Mike. It's all about the I'm kidding. She's not doing any of that. But
why do you
could
say
see
these accusations about me?
But I'm revealing that I was lying. She's
you
not
want
doing
people
that.
To turn on me a little bit.
She's not doing that. But couldn't you imagine a show where the producer would be?
You're
what is he on?
that I'm hating on you, so then you're putting that on me. I would
never do that. Of course not. You love this show.
Yeah. Don't do it.
I learned this from the Anarchist Cookbook. It's called.
Did you want to hear some happy news?
Yeah.
Trump was acquitted from his impeachment. It's all over.
He's not impeached.
No.
Well, good. I hope they give back the $30 trillion that was spent on that. That would make for some good health care money.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Thank you, Democrat.
Okay.
What about the money it cost for this trial? How much money was that? That had to be $100 million spent
a refund
on his impeachment. And these guys are the guys crying about, we got to help the Mexicans. Well, the Mexicans would have been fine. They would have been white by now if you hadn't tried to run an impeachment event. The impeachment cost more than the MTV Music Awards to put on. You understand?
Yeah.
The impeachment cost about a quarter of what it cost to put on the Olympics. And they're sitting here, we need money for health care. It was right there in front of you, and you spent it. $40 trillion this cost. Mike is turning the audience against Jules. No, I'm not.
Yeah, thanks.
I got to go to the bathroom. I don't care what anyone says.
Why don't you play this while you go?
No, I don't play things while I go. I must be here. I'll be right back. And if you go anywhere, you're fucked. Let's finish up the Gavin clip. We haven't even seen the fight.
The part that we were waiting for is about to happen.
Right about to happen.
I think so.
I was thinking about you and how hot you were when I was in the bathroom and how great of a job you're doing. I just wanted to say, I think you're doing a really great job at Redbar.
Thank you.
Thank you. And a lot of people have come around. I want to show you this fight here. It's Gavin McInnes and Ryan Katsu Rivera. Here is the fight. I'm not pausing this again. What's happening? What's happening? Ooh. A mathematical equation. A riddle. A time. Is the world what it seems? Or are we living in a simulation? simulation. Brandon Mueller, ha ha ha, Brandon Mueller. Is this a real show? Or a specific mind delusion for Brandon Mueller only? Brandon. Oh, Brandon. Imagine if you were a listener and that's dedicated to you. It's pretty big. Cross your fingers, guys. You might be the next Brandon Mueller. Some guy gets something like that. I mean, come on. Imagine you're watching a show. Someone does that just to call you out. I mean, to do something funny like that for you. No other show. Here we go. The fight. I'm not talking anymore. I swear to God. Because it's enough of my shit. Listen to this.
They know about the equation.
They don't know about the equations. I know about the equations. Here.
That's not a valid
argument,
fight. But I get what you mean.
Oh, that's not a valid argument,
because
is it?
it comes from the same thing.
Well, then why is it the only time I hear that song repeat itself? That's the only song I hear repeat itself. And what the fuck are you spitting in?
That shouldn't bother you at all.
Okay, see, this is what happens, and I've done this many times. He's going nuts. I mean, he turned bright red. What he's doing is he's taking something that actually annoys him, and instead of being a little annoyed, because that sounds bitchy, like a regular amount of being annoyed comes off as, what is this? But if you go over the top with it and lean into it, now at least you're being entertaining and there's something to watch. Okay, so that's what us people do, these podcasters. We, if something annoys us a little bit, what you should do, instead of being annoyed a little bit, because then you'll look like a fool. Oh, did you see Mike? He got annoyed. But if you go crazy with it, then it's, okay, well, he's aware that he's annoyed. And you know what? He, instead of just being annoyed for himself, he went out of his way to give us something, which is a spectacle. That's nice. So what Gavin's doing is actually nice. There's nothing to watch.
Tell you at all.
Look at him go. He's punching.
What the fuck are you doing on the show? You're chewing tobacco?
It's not chew, it's dip. You just leave it there. You don't chew it.
Oh, you just sit there and salivate your disgusting brown discharge onto a fucking napkin while I'm trying to concentrate. You know how disgusting that is?
So Ryan chews chew. If you do this, I hope you don't do this either. Chew chew. You know, in Canada, where Jules is from, it was a common thing that guys did.
Yeah.
Where I come from, the city I grew up in, Washington, D.C., people only chewed tobacco if you were a straight up redneck,
literally
white trash.
Every guy in my high school was chewing.
That's so weird.
24/7.
To me, we all smoke cigarettes. If you chewed nicotine chomp, you were a white trash, hillbilly,
even some girls
redneck. Oh my God, I can't think of something more disgusting. That was something only yokels did.
There was a guy who did it so much that he had like a hole up the side of his nose and he would like stick his finger in the hole to show you that he had a space.
People don't understand. Most of Canada is cowboyic. They've got this thing that they're cowboys and they do like cowboy event. It's really weird. Canada runs itself like it's Texas. I don't know where they...
Alberta does.
Oh, Alberta. Big Berta. She's coming through. Alberta. Is there any worse word in the English dictionary? And by the way, it's not the Canadian dictionary. It's the English dictionary. America. Alberta. It's such a nasty sounding. Hi, I'm Alberta. Ding. Where's my son? You seen my two swinging big fat fucking titties? I'm Alberta. Is Alberta a woman's name?
I think it was actually named after some princess, Alberta.
That is a terrible name. They should change the name. Not that Illinois is anything good. Illinois, that's like such a crazy name. People don't even know about that. Some of these names you go, God help them. So he's chewing chew, this guy, and he lives in New York City. This is Ryan Katsu Yamagashi's chewing chew. What's going on that you're chewing chew?
Just smoke a Juul.
That to me is disgusting. I've never even tried it. But there are plenty of people where chewing chew is the same thing as doing a vape to them. clean, classy, cool, looks cool. I vape on the show at my own expense. People see this on the YouTube clips. They go, he's a mega douche. He's vaping. Vaping is from a show where a guy's a douche. Isn't that terrible?
Yet cigars.
But if I was smoking a cigarette, everyone, he's cool. I'm not going to throw away my whole life. I got to raise Jules. She has no money. I'd throw away my life. I'd smoke if it weren't for my family. You got to raise these people or they're going to come out like monkeys. Okay? So I vape to keep her from clawing away at society and robbing them. He's probably spitting that shit in the street. Oh, the street? You ever seen some guy hock a loogie in the street? You want to knock him down like Nancy Kerrigan. Jules smokes candy cigarettes. You should see what she does. Downstairs.
It's not important.
Oh, yeah. Let's watch more. This is a guy, and I don't even care about this shit.
It's almost over.
This is so long. And I apologize. If you want to disconnect from this show, it's by all means. Here.
Oh, you just sit there and salivate your disgusting brown discharge onto a fucking napkin while I'm trying to concentrate. You know how disgusting that is? You might as well be jerking off.
That's gross.
I thought we agreed you're not going
I'll
to...
tell you why this sounds fake. It's not fake. Gavin started his show hopelessly. I've been there before. He started his show, what's called Hopelessly. You see, Gavin surrounds himself with Ryan Katsu Yamagashi, and while he's got Katsu in his name, he actually is not a grade cat. Forget that. Ryan Katsu doesn't... You don't feel confident and safe around him. I got Jules here. She knows what I'm going to do. I know I could come on here, goof off. She's going to tell me, no. And I am confident with that. He's got nobody. He comes on the show with no plan, so it starts off kind of going bad. This is his own insecurity and bad performance coming out. And now he's trying to scream at Ryan to try to kind of make up for his own shitting the bed of the intro. See, I didn't realize this was the beginning of the show. We watched how he started his show, and it was just kind of shit.
Terrible.
He's not in the mood today. He's not being quick. He's disconnected from himself. So he's taking that out on Ryan, but he can't even do that because he's not performing well today. So he's going to it sounds fake because he can't even yell at somebody properly today because he's so off. That's what you're seeing. I've been there. I've been there when I was a young guy, believe it or not. You'd have some off days. Not anymore. I'm so good at this, I don't have off days. But this Gavin, he got off days because he's surrounded by fools and a wife that wants him to turn it down, she says, probably. Turn it down. So everyone's against him here. YouTube, his wife, the guy sitting here. So it's hard to have a fun show. Let's keep watching.
do that anymore.
No, I agreed not to spit. Because
you are spitting!
No, I'm not.
What's going in the fucking tissue?
Little pieces of the tobacco that get stuck in your mouth is pretty nasty. But I'm swallowing every single gulp.
Get that shit out of your fucking mouth and never chew tobacco on the show ever again. I shouldn't be subject to your disgusting, pathetic, weak addictions.
A lot of listeners chew tobacco. It's the most American thing.
If someone said that kind of talk back, Jules would be in the hospital if she said something like that. Oh, what happened? I don't know, doctor, as I put my hand over her mouth. A lot of listeners chew tobacco. You're challenging the great leader of the Proud Boys. You're lucky you're not dead.
A lot of listeners chew tobacco. It's the most American thing. I got a lot of support. People like, dude, you're chewing tobacco, bro. I was like, yeah.
Do a lot of people chew tobacco on television?
I'm not on camera doing the things I'm doing.
Wow.
Insubordinate.
I mean, but I'll stop.
You just said, folks at home, this is what I have to deal with.
Imagine how much dirt Ryan must have on him to be this insubordinate. I mean, you wouldn't even do this to me.
Never.
Ever. You wouldn't even think to do this to me. I'm your lifeline. Just as Gavin is his. So this perplexes. This is a standout segment. I must find out I don't care about this clip at all. I meant for this to be a 2-minute clip.
I know.
I meant for this to be a 2-minute thing. A short one, a little one.
Fucking wait for this clip to be over.
I got a list a million miles long of stuff I need to talk about here.
I cannot
Stuff about
wait.
my kids. This needs to end. It's not funny. I'm mad at myself. You know what I'm going to do? But I might need to make up for this another day. All this wasted time here with this shit. Let's finish the clip.
Please.
This isn't a joke.
I'm not on camera doing the things I'm doing, and then you see him go, and remove a strand of fucking tobacco on camera.
Usually I'm not.
Oh, usually.
No.
You're usually not.
No.
Oh, okay.
They're saying to sing instead.
I'm pretty close to canceling this show.
You're canceled. You can't cancel anything when you're canceled.
But let's talk about Johnny Apple CBD just briefly. I use Johnny Apple CBD every day.
There it was. Behold, what wonderful content. It's a
Well, don't
guy.
blame us.
Oh, what? So funny?
I said you're getting mad at us.
This is a guy, me, who I have no content. This is just watching other people's shows. It's a no content guy. Get me a dang song already, Jules. How many times must I ask?
Oh, what song?
Any song. People want music
not any
now.
Song.
People are sick of talk. They want music. I know. When people are saying, you're good, Mike. Yeah, I understand. It's all a bit. It's all just theater of the mind. It's an illusion. Rage like Gavin, Mike. I liked it. Great segment, Mike. Of course. I'm not going to steer you down the wrong path.